Hey guys, Jessica with Southern Sparrow, and let's work on choosing a hand. So again, to do this practice at home, all you need is your tile bag and your National Mahjong League card. So I have gone ahead and gotten set up because you know I like to talk. And here's what we have. From your tile bag, you're going to deal yourself 13 tiles. You're going to get organized with your 13 tiles. And what I mean by get organized is put your tiles in little groupings of suit, and then within those groupings, number order. Put your wins together, put your flowers together. If you have jokers, if you're playing blanks, great. Put them together. That way you can start to see the patterns that are jumping out in the tiles you've been dealt. So again, Mahjong is all about matching patterns. Yes, we're matching a single pattern on this card, but when you're getting set up, you want to start looking for patterns first. So once we've gotten organized on our rack, we're going to then look at the patterns that we're seeing, and we're going to choose a section of your National Mahjong League card. You're not choosing a line, you're choosing a section. So let's look at what we have. We have a flower, we have a 2-bam, a pair of 4 bams, a 6-bam, a 7-bam, a 5-dot, a 9-dot, a 3-crack, a red dragon, and a west and a south. So what I'm seeing here, as far as patterns go, and I'm doing this in real time with you all, so bear with me. It's not a great hand. I see that I have a little grouping that is evens. I don't really have any other evens. You could make the same argument that I have odds here, but if that's in all 3 suits, it makes me a little bit nervous. Maybe I'm gonna hold on to evens and this red dragon. I don't see a super compelling reason for me to keep wins, but I'm not gonna pass them together. If this were a real game, I wouldn't wanna hand 2 wins to someone who may be collecting for them. So I'll break that up. Let's pass the 9-dot, the 3-crack, and the west wind. So again, when you're doing this practice at home, you're just gonna pass 3 tiles off your rack at a time, just like a Charleston. We're just doing a practice Charleston with ourselves, with our tile bag. I've laid out my Charleston passes. You don't have to do that. You can just pull from the bag. And if you want a more realistic experience, like a real game, you can throw your passes back into the bag, because we will see tiles come around the table multiple times during the Charleston. So it's up to you, but I'm just putting mine aside. So this is my first pass, my right. I'm gonna pick up my first pass. Let's see what we got. We have a 5-crack, a soap, and a 3-dot. Okay, well, none of that's very exciting. Maybe we'll hold the dragon just to see. There are a couple hands, since we're holding evens, there are a couple hands within that section of 2, 4, 6, 8 that do want dragons. So we'll hold for that for now. And I think maybe we'll just break these up. So we'll pass the south, the 3-dot, and the 7-bam. Oopsie daisies. And we'll pick up a new pass. Let's see what we got. Ay, these 5-dots keep coming around. Y'all, I should have maybe held for odd numbers, or maybe even just for 5s. I'm not sure. So this is not uncommon. 2 passes in of the Charleston, and I haven't really gathered anything for the section that I chose. I'm not feeling panicked, but I'm feeling a little bit like, ooh, I hope nobody stops that after the first Charleston. I'd really like to keep continuing passing. But for now, gosh, part of me wants to hold these 5s. But at the same time, no, I've committed to that even section. I'm going to go ahead and break these up, and I'm going to pass, and let's pick up and see if we get anything that we want or need. All right, well, I want a joker. A joker cannot be passed during the Charleston. That is a National Mahjong League rule. So if you get a joker when you're practicing this at home, throw the joker, reach back into your bag, pull a different tile. Let's see what we got. 5-bam. Man, the universe really wanted us to play 5s on this hand, I think. So, now the question, do we change suit or change plans? So we have some 4s, we have some 5s, we have a 6. Maybe we hold on to some of that. Maybe we hold the 5s. What would that look like? So these are the real-time decisions that you'll be making during a game. So, okay, if we held this, we have a little case here for like a consecutive run situation. We maybe have a case with the 5s in every suit and a couple of dragons for an any-like number. We already have a flower there too. Maybe we're gonna hang on to our pair of 4s for now. I don't know, maybe we're gonna break them up. Let's pass this. I think we are looking at, you know what? We're gonna change courses. We are going to decide, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles towards a hand in any like number with the 5s. I'm gonna, on this you know, we've done the first 3 passes. So the first Charleston is over. This is the opportunity to stop. I'm going to pretend that nobody stopped it. So I have 3 more passes. If you start that second Charleston, you are committing to 3 more passes. I'm going to say, great, we're going to switch sections. We're going to do any like numbers with the 5s. I wish I had kept a couple of 5s that I've passed earlier in this Charleston, but perhaps they'll come back around. That does happen in the Charleston. And we're going to commit there. So we're going to say, let's pass these. We're going to pick up our first pass of the second Charleston. Okay, well, we got another red dragon. So we've got some dragons going. Let's pass this. So we're passing the 4 bam, the 2 dot, and the 7 bam, picking up our over for the second Charleston. 1s and 9s. I don't know. I don't find that to be very compelling for what we've got going here. This is our last pass. What do we have? 4 bam, 9 bam, 1 dot. Okay, so we've landed here. We're maybe going to do a courtesy pass. I'm going to do a courtesy pass with these tiles that I've already passed. The likelihood is that that would be what would happen in a real game. So I'm taking these 3 off. Oop, did I take 3 or 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why do I not have enough tiles? 13. Okay, so here's where we are at the end of the Charleston. Y'all, even experts in this game make mistakes. It's not a big deal. This is practice and still think it's a good practice. I'm going to courtesy pass this. We're going to pick up 3 tiles for our courtesy pass and see where we landed with the end. So we are now starting the game here. We have 7 tiles towards a hand in any like numbers. Of course, we would need to make a choice of either doing a single dragon with this top hand or doing the pung, the 3 of a kind dragons with the bottom hand. So we're going to throw 1 of these. So we really have 6 towards a single hand. And then we have some other stuff. I may hold these 7s for the first couple of turns and see what we end up with. If I end up with a bunch more 6s coming back around, then maybe I would look at any like number as a pivot opportunity, or I'm sorry, look at consecutive run as a pivot opportunity. But for now, I'm looking at that any like number with 5s, and that's how we're going to start the game. So the practice is over. I'm going to throw all my tiles back into my handy dandy tile bag here, and all you do is shake your bag and start again. Deal yourself another 13 tiles. If you practice this 3 or 4 times a week between now and your next Mahjong game in real life, you will be faster, more confident, and better at knowing what to pass and what to keep in the Charleston, and knowing what hand makes the most sense for the tiles that you have been dealt. Happy Mahjong, y'all.